Janavallabha Yashodanandana Vraja Janarandana 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 Yashodanandana Vraja Janarandana
नाम संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। So we'll read from 10th canto. So I should have told you before. I would have saved some seva for Sri Hari. So what I will do is I'll project that shloka. I'll project it so you can. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam Shukamukhatamritadrava samyutam Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavukaha Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranama Dukkha Shamana Tam Namami Harim Param. So reading from 10th canto, 30th chapter and 28th shloka. So I think we must have a complete set of Bhagavatam here, right? So we can refer them festival days. So good day to bring Bhagavatam in on Radhashtami, 10 GD. Okay. So you can repeat after me. Anayaradhito Nunam Bhagavan Haririshwaraha Anayaradhita Nunam Bhagavan Haririshwaraha Yanno Vihaya Govindaha Prito Yamanayadraha. Someone want to read? Anayaradhito Nunam Bhagavan Haririshwaraha
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
गोविन्दः यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
गोविन्दः
दः
yes
प्रीतो याम् अनयाद्रहः
प्रीतो यामनयाग्रहः
अनयाराधितो नूनम्
अनयाराधितो नूनं
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
प्रीतो यामनयद्रहः
प्रीतो यामनयग्रहः
अनयाराधितो
अनयाराधितो
अनयाराधितो नूनम्
अनयाराधितो नूनं
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
प्रीतो याम
प्रीतो यामनयाग्रहः
प्रीतो यामनयद्रहः go ahead
अनयाराधितो नूनं भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
यन्नो
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः प्रीतो यामनयग्रहः
अनयाराधितो नूनम्
अनयाराधितो नूनं
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
प्रीतो यामनयद्वहः
प्रीतो यामनयग्रहः
अनयाराधितो नूनम्
अनयाराधितो नूनं
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
प्रीतो याम् मनयद्रहः
प्रीतो यामनयग्रहः
अनयाराधितो नूनम्
अनयाराधितो नूनं
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
प्रीतो याम् अनयद्रहः
प्रीतो यामनयग्रहः
अनयाराधितो नूनम्
अनयाराधितो नूनं
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः
प्रीतो याम् अनयद्रहः
प्रीतो यामनयग्रहः
Anaya, by her. Aradhitaha, perfectly worshipped. Nunam, certainly. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Harihi, the Lord Krishna. Ishwaraha, the supreme controller. Yat, in as much as. Naha, us. Vihaya, rejecting. Govindaha, Lord Govinda. Preetaha, pleased. Yam, whom. Anayat, led. Rahaha, to a secluded place. Translation and purport by Divine Grace. I think this is by the servant, no. Translation and purport by Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Was this chapter translated by Prabhupada or Prabhupada's servant, Divya? Okay, servant. Certainly, this particular gopi has perfectly worshipped the all-powerful personality of Godhead Govinda, since he was so pleased with her that he abandoned the rest of us and brought her to a secluded place. I'll give some context while I talk about this. Purport by the servants of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada's servants ki jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti explains that the word Aradhitaha refers to Srimati Radharani. He comments, the sage Shukadeva Goswami has tried with all endeavor to keep her name hidden. But now it automatically shines forth by the moon from the moon of his mouth. That he has spoken her name is indeed her mercy. And thus the word Aradhitaha is like the rumbling of a kettle drum sounded to announce her great good fortune. Although the gopis spoke as if jealous of Srimati Radharani, they were actually ecstatic to see that she had captured Sri Krishna. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur goes the following detailed description of Srimati Radharani's footprints as given by Srila Rupa Goswami in Shri Ujjvala Neelamani. So this Mataji was Mataji was reading yesterday. At the base of her latch toe of her left foot is the mark of a barley corn. Below that mark is a disc. Below that disc is an umbrella. And below the umbrella is a bracelet. A vertical line extends from the middle of her foot to the juncture of her large and second toes. At the base of her middle toe is a lotus. I wish I could maybe show the lotus feet on the right and then the left, the purport. That will be nice. And below that flag with a banner. And below the flag is a creeper together with a flower. At the base of her small toe is an elephant goad. Mataji was reading that elephant goad called Ankusham. You know Ankush? That is meant to control the elephant. So our senses are going astray. The elephant goad signifies that anyone who takes shelter of Radharani will be able to control the Indriya, just like an elephant, Mahut can control the elephant. Similarly, we can control, Radharani will control our senses like an Ankusham. You see an Ankusham. She controls the elephant. The elephant becomes mad, means everything is bad, right? And upon her heel is a half moon. Thus there are 11 marks on her left foot. And on her right foot, at the base of the large toe of her right foot is a conch shell. Below that a spear. At the base of the small toe of her right foot is a sacrificial altar. And below that an earring. And below that earring a club. Along the base of the second, third, fourth and small toes is the mark of a mountain. Below which is a chariot. And on the heel is a fish. Thus altogether there are 19 distinguishing marks on the soles of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. So maybe I can show you Radharani. You have it, but so this is what was described. See, so right lotus foot, left lotus foot. So this is what we were reading. The elephant goad. You see, so the Ankusham. I know, wait 1 second. I'm trying to search for the Ankusham. Disc is there. This is the Ankusham, I think. This is the Ankusham, I think.
Yeah, white one.
Yeah, this is the Ankusham. This is the barley corn. The barley corn, I think. So there is a beautiful book, as I was mentioning, by Mahanidhi Maharaj, where he describes each one of these marks in very detailed way. And similarly, there is something for Krishna's lotus feet. So whenever Krishna used to go in Vrindavan, these footprints, these marks, like what we are talking here, will be imprinted. And the gopis will know this is Krishna only, because these marks are present. Okay, so no one can say I am Krishna, because the marks of the lotus feet must be present. Correct? So there are special marks on their lotus feet, like Lord Rama's lotus feet, there are marks. Lord Krishna's lotus feet, there are marks. Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet, Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, and Radharani's lotus feet. Everyone's, great personalities' lotus feet. These marks are specifically present. And they carry deep imports. So, maybe chant the prayers before I begin to speak. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurudiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमां वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्. So, very difficult topic to speak on. I'm completely unqualified. I mean, not as a matter of usual things to say before a lecture, but really, because to understand Radharani is very difficult, impossible for a normal materialistic mind. Because Radharani is as simple as a child. If she saw any of us in her simplicity, she would say to Krishna, this person is a better devotee than me. Please give him or her mercy. And Krishna would say, what are you saying? He's doing so many bad things every day. How can you say this person is better than you? Radharani says, because he's put into the situation, he's doing all like this. But put him in the association of my devotees and see how he will be. So the Radharani is so magnanimous. Her childlike heart wants to give mercy to everyone, not because of some formality or anything, because she genuinely feels that all of us are better than herself. So this is the quality of an Uttama Adhikari devotee. There are 3 levels of Adhikaris: Kanishta, Madhyama and Uttama. Kanishta means lowest, Madhyama means middle, Uttama means highest. An Uttama Adhikari devotee, what to talk of Radharani, even an Uttama Adhikari devotee feels that I am not a devotee. Everyone else is a devotee. But myself, I'm not a... But Uttama Adhikari devotee sees everyone, sees the Lord everywhere. So, it's a very bumper jackpot day to actually get bhakti. And though Radharani feels like this, she is worshipped by very great devotees. So there is a very nice bhajan. One of the this is written by Rupa Goswami. So there Rupa Goswami ji mentions, Shri Rupa Goswami Pad mentions, he says, Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite. Your charita, your pastimes are glorified by whom? Sanaka Sanatana. Sanaka Sanatana. There are 4 sons of Brahma. Who knows the 4 sons of Brahma? Yes. What are they?
Sanaka, Sanatana, Sananda, and Sanatkumara.
Yes. So the 4 sons of Brahma, they are very renounced. As soon as they were born, they said Tata, bye bye, see you, and went away. Because they said, I have nothing to do with this world. And they just roam around naked. They don't even wear clothes. So elevated they are. Very elevated. Very elevated. And they themselves, though being so elevated, whom are they worshipping? Radharani. They are glorifying the pastimes of Radharani. That's what Rupa Goswami Pad is saying. Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite. You can sing the small bhajan, it's a very small bhajan. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. 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 Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe. Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. So Sri Rupa Goswami Pad is saying, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Daita means to be very dear to Madhava. And Gokula Taruni. Taruni means very young girl. Mandala Mahite. And where does she live? She lives in the Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. She lives in this Gokula Mandala. The Mandala of Radharani. The Mandala of Gokula. So, she is the queen of Vrindavan. Mahite. She is the queen of Gokula Dham. And then, I'm sorry, my bad. I translated it wrongly. You are worshipped by all the young girls of Gokula. Right? Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Okay, all the Taruni, all the young girls of Gokula, Mandala Mahite, they worship Radharani. And Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe. Whatever Rati we have for Krishna, Damodara, she increases that Rati, Vardhana Veshe. And she herself also acts in a way to increase the Rati of Krishna, Rati of Madhava, increase Damodara's love and attachment for you. And then Hari Nishkuta Vrindavipineshe. And O Queen of Vrindavan, which is the pleasure grove of Lord Hari. She is the Queen of Vrindavan. Vrishabhanudadi Navashashileke. Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Vishakhe. 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 Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Karunam Kurumaya
गुरुमयि करुणा भरीते करुणां गुरुमयि करुणा भरीते सनक सनातन वर्णित चरिते राधे जय जय
The translation goes like, "O you are full with compassion, whose divine characteristics are described." Sorry, I didn't finish the previous one. "O new moon that has arisen from the ocean of King Vrishabhanu, O friend of Lalita, O you who make Vishaka loyal to you due to your wonderful qualities of friendliness, kindness, and faithfulness to Krishna. O you who are filled with great compassion, O you whose divine characteristics are described by great Jesus Sanaka and Sanatana, O Radha, please be merciful to me." So, Karunam Kurumayi, Karuna Bharite, please give me mercy. So, Radhika, she is very, very kind. She is very, very merciful. So, and why is she so kind? Why is she so merciful? Why is she so dear to Krishna? So, let's see where we are. At least let me talk about where I am. Only if we know where we are, if you look at Eiffel Tower in a photo, we will not understand how tall is Eiffel Tower. But you have to go before Eiffel Tower to understand how you compare yourselves to Eiffel Tower. Right? Then you'll understand, oh, Eiffel Tower is very tall. Correct? In an image, it will appear, oh, this is okay, very tall. Okay, fine. Right? Because it's like 400 by 400 pixels, you can't understand it much, you know. So, this shloka comes in the Rasa Leela of the Lord. Okay. So Krishna appears in this world to perform pastimes with his devotees. Krishna doesn't have any other reason to come here. He doesn't come even in one sense to teach Bhagavad Gita. Because that the Acharyas can do and Acharyas have done. Vyasadeva has written his Brahma Sutras. And great devotees like Prahlad Maharaj is teaching his classmates. So there is spiritual instruction. Maitreya is teaching to Vidura. So there is this culture of speech that is there. Instruction is there. So Krishna personally comes here. We have mentioned the shloka many times. What shloka in Bhagavad Gita says? Why does Krishna appear in this world? Huh? Yada yada hi dharmasya. Okay, and one more shloka that follows it. What yada yada? What is the shloka that comes next? Paritranaya sadhunam. Paritranaya sadhunam. Very nice. So, Paritranaya sadhunam. So, all the acharyas are writing the trana. What do the sadhus need to be? I talked about this many times, but still always Rasika to talk about it. So, sadhunam, what do they suffer? What is the suffering of a sadhu? The sadhu suffer? To protect the devotees means what? What does protecting the devotees mean? A devotee is going to fall down in an accident while he's driving a Honda Accord and Krishna does some magic and says, stop, no accident. Does that what protection means? Yes, also. That is also there. But what is the real suffering of a devotee? Material attachment. Okay, if it is a material attachment, he's not a devotee. He's going to be a devotee. But what is the material? What is the suffering of a devotee? Not a devotee in progress like me, but suffering of a devotee. What is suffering of a devotee? Sadhuna.
Absence of Krishna.
Absence of Krishna. He's not able to tolerate Krishna's absence. Krishna's absence, even for a moment. It appears too much. Too much. Now, of course, we cannot understand that, which is why Krishna doesn't appear for us. So, Krishna personally comes because the devotee feels, Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. But Krishna, this yuge yuge is felt by a devotee. Yugayitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrishayitam shunyayitam jagat sarvam govinda virahenam. Because of Govinda viraham, Govinda separation from Govinda, each moment feels to be like a great yuga. So when a devotee is not able to tolerate Krishna's separation, and Krishna is forced to appear there personally. Krishna is forced to appear there personally. So when we are praying to the deities, we have to tell the deities, we are praying to the pictures. These pictures are not different from the Lord. So we don't say idol, we don't say statue. No, we say the word deity. What word do we say? Deity. Because idol means it is simply a statue. But the Lord, when does he appear here? When a pure devotee pleases, when he pleads Krishna, Krishna, please, if you don't come here, then the whole house is a complete waste. This house can actually burn. If you only appear in this house, my dear Krishna, I have an opportunity to serve you. And you please become the master of this house. Let me become one of your servant. In this way, a devotee has to plead to Krishna, and then Krishna comes. So this 10th canto which we read, this is one of the heart of the, like whatever we read, is the heart of Srimad Bhagavatam. The whole Srimad Bhagavatam was a body. It were a body. The heart of Srimad Bhagavatam and soul of Srimad Bhagavatam is a shloka what we read. Is what we read. So the soul of Srimad Bhagavatam, the soul of Krishna's pastimes, is his pastimes with one of his most intimate devotees. Now we can't understand Krishna. You can repeat after me. Sahasranam manushyeshu kaschit yat manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam ved tattvataha. So Krishna says, amongst thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of thousands of thousands of men, kaschit, you take 2-3 people. They feel that I want to become perfect. There are so many people in Beacon Hill apartments. So many people have come and gone, but you're all very sincere. So you're coming to the morning program. So you are in that kaschit, Krishna says. So we somehow by Krishna's mercy, we got into at least the yatati siddhana. We at least want to become perfect. Kaschit yatati siddhaye. They want to endeavor for perfection. Yatati means the word yatata, prayatna, it all comes from the word yatati. Endeavor. But amongst those people, now take all this, like, Auburn Hills, there are 1,000 people, okay, take 2 people. And then Rochester Hills, another, take 2 people, take 1. And mass all of them together. Like, go to all the cities and mass all of them together. Krishna says, amongst those, yatatam api siddhanam, and Krishna says, okay, they endeavor perfection, right? And amongst those people, say 1,000 people, hardly 10 or 20 will actually attain perfection. 10 or 20 people will attain perfection. And amongst those 10 or 20 people who attained perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Hardly one knows me in truth. Yatatam api siddhana. Krishna doesn't use the word yatatam api, who's doing prayatnam of siddha. No. Yatatam api siddhana. who have attained perfection, yatatam api siddhanam, kaschid, some people, mam veti tattvataha, to know me in truth, to know me in truth. Very difficult to know Krishna. So we must understand the subject matter of Radharani is very difficult. And Krishna, who's most difficult to know, tells no one knows me like Radharani does. Even I don't know myself as much as Radharani does. So you can understand the position of Radharani. She's the topmost devotee. That's one way to see her. So I think last week we saw three Shaktis, right? Anyone remembers the three Shaktis we discussed? Radhini Shakti, very nice.
Samvit, Radhini, and
Sandhini Shakti, very nice. So these are the three Shaktis of the Lord. Sandhini is the first, Samvit is the second, Radhini is the third. The spiritual potencies of the Lord. So it's very, very difficult to know Krishna in Tattvataha. Because mostly it is understood, Krishna is understood by the process of negation. Usually people when try to understand absolute truth, they can understand him as someone who is formless. As someone who is formless. This is what the jnanis understand. This is very common. There are many jnanis, who have written books on Bhagavad Gita. This is common. But to understand Krishna as a person is very uncommon. It's very uncommon. It's very uncommon. Why do we wear this tilakam? Why do we wear this tilakam? There are aghoris, right? Aghoris want to, or many upasakas, they want to cultivate indifference to matter. Indifference to matter. So there are so many marks you can have on your body which signifies indifference to matter. Indifference to matter means anyway everything is like indifferent, useless. But why do we wear this tilakam? Because this tilakam signifies that I am a servant of the Lord. I am taken by the Lord. Krishna's lotus feet. I'm trying to imprint this Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's lotus feet. Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Madhusudana, Trivikram, Vamana, Sridhara, Shrikesha, Padmanabha, Damodara. So why do we want to imprint like that? Because we want to understand Krishna as a person, the absolute truth as a person. So understanding absolute truth as a person is higher than understanding the absolute truth as an impersonal absolute. It's higher. Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita 6.47. He is the best yogi, one who's my devotee. Yogina pi sarvesha madgate antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamo mataha. Shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamo mataha. You are the yuktatama. There are yukta, yuktatara, yuktatama. You are a yogi, I accept. Jnani is a yogi. Yes, Jnani, you are connected to me, I agree. But you are only yukta, you are not yuktatama. Ashtanga, you also yukta, but you are yuktatara, second grade. But a devotee is yukta tama. Yukta tama, uttama yukta. So devotee is the highest, right? Because he is personally in love with Krishna. He is personally in love with Krishna. Just to set the context. Now, where am I? I am not able to follow even proper dharma. They are called dharma vrata. Dharma vrata means even if someone kills me, I will not give up a certain dharma. Like there was this king in Tamil Nadu, like he was so perfect in giving justice, administering justice, that he sentenced his son to death. He sentenced his son to death because he committed a certain, fraud or crime. He sentenced his son to death. They are called dharma vrata, very fixed in dharma. This is the first step of becoming a human being. To actually be committed to dharma. Committed to dharma. Next step after being dharma vrata for many lifetimes, one becomes a jnani. After becoming a jnani for many lifetimes, bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyante vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. One becomes a devotee. And devotee also, there are devotees in 5 categories. Shanta rasa, dasya rasa, sakya rasa, vatsalya rasa, and madhurya rasa. These are the 5 categories. Each one closer. Each one closer. We talked about the Brahma Bhuta platform many times, right? What is the characteristic of a person who's a Brahma Bhuta? Jnani Mishra Bhakta. What is his category? What is his qualification? What is his feeling? Brahma Bhuta. Brahman realized. Brahma Bhuta? No, he's not yet gone there. Huh? He has understood he's not the body and becomes Prasanna Atma. I mentioned this many times. Brahma Bhuta, Prasanna Atma. He becomes very prasanna, very happy. Right? So, the point is, right now, I am in an animalistic platform. I'm in an animalistic platform. And Radharani is like doing like on the PhD, who has gotten like a gold. I cannot say anything material. There is no upama for Radharani. But I'm just giving an example at least to understand where we are. We are at a stage where I can't even eat the right thing or wake up at the right time or perform a certain activity consistently. To perform an activity consistently, we are not able to do. This is where we are. At least I am. And lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes, Sanaka and Sanatana, they are so perfect and they themselves are worshipping Radharani. So to even be able to offer a flower to Radharani and be able to talk about her, to remember her, is our greatest fortune. You are here because you are very fortunate to hear about this person, to even intellectually understand something like this exists itself is a great fortune. It's a great fortune. You see, this highest position of love for Radharani. Now, in Bhagavatam, in the 10th canto, so many pastimes of Krishna are there. And the most intimate of these pastimes are the pastimes of the gopis. Pastimes of gopis with Krishna. And I was discussing last week, these gopis, they are not able to perform their daily activities. One gopi is boiling milk and Krishna played the flute. And as soon as Krishna played the flute, the gopi dropped immediately. She didn't even switch off the stove. She started running to Krishna. And another gopi was applying kajal. And as soon as she heard the flute, her kajal was all over the place. Her eyes were completely dirty. And still she ran to Krishna. Another gopi was feeding her children. She dropped it and immediately ran to Krishna. Another gopi was baking cakes in the oven. Right? What is it? Dal bati. She was baking some cakes. And she had not even finished it. She had not even taken out. But as soon as Krishna played the flute, immediately she became attracted. She could not tolerate Krishna's separation. Krishna is so attractive. Krishna has got 4 things that are very attractive about him. One of the things is Venu Madhuri. When Krishna plays the flute, it attracts everyone. Everyone becomes spelled, bewitched in illusion. Spelled, wow. The deers, the animals, the rocks, stones, the trees, the creepers, the moon, the devas, everyone becomes stunned in ecstasy. As soon as Krishna plays the flute on a swift note on the banks of Yamuna, everyone becomes struck in wonder. Because Krishna is very beautiful. Another of his wonderful nature is that he's God called what is
Rupa Madhuri. What is it called? Rupa Madhuri. His form is bewitchingly beautiful. Anyone who sees Krishna's beautiful form bent in three places called Tribhanga. Krishna's form is Tribhanga. It's bent in three places, and that's what adds beauty to Krishna's form. Krishna's bent when he's playing the flute. So as soon as the gopis heard these beautiful flute, Venu Gana, they became attracted. And another gopi was attending to her husband, and she left that and she went to Krishna. Not that planned something, not that she wanted to escape. No, they cannot contain their attraction for. Now we must understand. I'll just finish in 5 minutes. How many of you are fasting today? Actually, today is 12 hours until 12 o'clock fasting. But there is also nice prasadam being made. So if you want to honor prasadam, that's also okay. But Radharani is very merciful. Janmashtami, the fasting is until 12 a.m. Midnight. But Radharani fasting is only until 12 p.m. noon. Right? Right? So she's very kind. I don't have to fast too much to please me. It's okay. Right? But Krishna is like little hard. Strict father. So Krishna says, first chodo sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. First give up all of these illusion and sinful thing and then come to me. Then come to me. If you have any sinful tendency still, first give it up and then come back. Yesham tu antakatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvanda moha nirmukta bhajanti mam dhradaprata. Krishna doesn't relax so much. Correct? So we need a little combination. Of course, we need to be sincere also, but we need someone to embrace us. Someone to embrace us in our life. So, Radharani is so kind. And the spiritual master is an expansion of the mercy of Srimati Radharani. The expansion of their mercy, her mercy. So, what I wanted to say was, all these gopis, all these parshads of the Lord, they experience extensive separation from Krishna. And right now, where I am feeling separation from material things. And I'm feeling great separation. Oh, my husband is there, my boyfriend is there, my girlfriend is there, my wife is there, or my children are here. Oh, I want to get this new house very soon. When will I move into the new house? When will I move into the new house? When will I move into the new house? When will I get married? 20 days to get married, 30 days to get married. Correct? When will I have a son? I'm going to be a father. I'm going to be a father. When will I be a daughter? So we are also experiencing separation. Correct? But there is a mountain of difference between that separation and this separation. Actually, our original nature is that we are Krishna's part and parcel. Krishna's part and parcel. So, in this shloka, Radharani's special unique position is there because the context of the shloka is that Radharani and Krishna, they are actually in great raha. They are in a solitary place. Why? Because Krishna has taken her to a solitary place, and all the gopis are saying, "Who is Radharani? Definitely she must be very dear to Krishna because I see Krishna's footprints there. I see Radharani's footprints. There is another gopi's footprints also there. And where are they seeing this? They are seeing the past time where the Rasa Leela happened. And during Rasa Leela, the gopis felt very proud. Krishna, supreme personality of Godhead. But see, we are so great because all the devas are actually watching this, witnessing this. Usually, if it is a normal material love, we will feel very, very shy. Oh, so many people are looking at me. Right? Or even if a girl wants to go and meet her boyfriend, she doesn't want her friends to know. Hey, you also come. Hey, no one will say that. Right? Right? You also come. I'm going to meet my boyfriend. You also come. Let's all go. No one will say that, right? But because it is Krishna, because it is Krishna, everyone is going to meet Krishna, and no one feels that Krishna is not there with me. Everyone feels fulfilled. Krishna is there with me also. Krishna is there with me also. Krishna is there with me also. Everyone feels Krishna is meant only for me. Krishna is paying attention for me only. This is something we want. We want everyone to have exclusive attention on us. Most fights in married life happens because of this. Right? You're not paying exclusive attention on me. You're not texting me when I'm texting you back. Where did you go? And you also do not text me back and I texted you that day. So we want exclusive attention. This exclusive attention, only one person can give. Who is that? Krishna. Krishna. And we also have a sense of wanting to feel intimate. And we feel, I don't like spiritual life because spiritual life means to give up all intimacy. It is simply staying silent. It is simply controlling your senses. Cha, boring. It can be a part of my life, but it can't be all my life. How many of you felt like that? It can be a part of my life, but it cannot be all my life because it is simply sitting silent, staring at Krishna and shh. Sometimes we feel like that. We feel like that because we think spiritual life is a lack of material engagement. It is not lack of material engagement. Whatever pleasure we could experience, like say, what is the highest pleasure in this material world? Sexual pleasure. And that pleasure in its infinite form, actually in its original form, is present as bhakti. Whatever we see as material pleasure is a reflection of bhakti rasa. The original is bhakti rasa. Just like there is an original nice mango. You're going to Costco, you get nice organic mangoes. Original mango is there. Someone is putting some original mango in a mirror and you say, you take that. It feels like that, it looks like that, but it is not the real thing. So the gopis are experiencing intense pleasure in association with the Lord. Intense pleasure in association with the Lord. And we ourselves are also hankering for that pleasure. Hankering for that pleasure. But we are trying to experience that exclusivity with my boyfriend or with girlfriend or continuity or love. But all of this is actually temporary. So Bhagavatam says our real love that we hanker for, complete engagement is possible in Krishna. This love we have, the chivalry we have. I want to go for picnic. I want to go out. I want to go trekking. I want to go and eat somewhere. This whatever we feel in this material world, the same reality is present in the spiritual world also. It is not that when the spiritual life means I have to stop my eating, I have to stop my dancing, I have to stop my singing, I have to stop my enjoyment. Even sex pleasure is there in the spiritual world. But it is present in its original form, not in the current illusory form. Everything that we experience here, eating, sleeping, everything is present in the spiritual world, but in its pure, untainted form. Untainted form. So, when we are performing bhakti, then we will be eating, but we will not be eating like the regular eating. Our eating will be spiritual eating. What is the meaning of spiritual eating? Dal will also appear like gulab jamun. What is this normal khichdi? No, this khichdi will also taste like gulab jamun. There will be no difference between. Don't disturb. So khichdi and gulab jamun will appear like the same thing because both of them are prasadam. And everything about Krishna will appear so nice. This is Krishna service, brooming the floor. It is Krishna's floor. I'm brooming. It is Krishna's altar. It is Krishna's toilet. It is Krishna's daughter. I'm married. It is Krishna's husband. I have married. Krishna's son. I have married. In this way, everything we will see with respect to Krishna. And in that sense, we will experience an absolute pleasure. So these gopis became a little proud because everyone is watching. They're all going together to Krishna. Let us all enjoy pastimes to Krishna together. This is the difference between material love and spiritual love. And all the sannyasis, Sanaka Sanatana said, I don't have anything to do with women only. I'm going alone. Chaitanya Prabhu said, Vairagya Vidya Najabhakti Yogam Shiksharthameka Purusha Puranam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradari Kripamudir Yastamam Prapadhi. Mahaprabhu said, I will not look at any girl. I'm taking sannyasa ashramam. 24 years, Mahaprabhu, he took sannyasa ashramam. Rupa Goswami, all the 6 Goswamis, they said, they don't want to look at any women. But all of them are worshipping their whole goal is to worship one woman. Who's that one woman? Radharani. That means she is not like a normal material woman. And the pastimes between Krishna and Radha are not what? Are not material. Are not material. They are completely spiritual. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavita Abhi. This Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. And this material world rasa is Rajoguna rasa, Tamoguna rasa, Satvaguna rasa. This is the material world rasa. It is not spiritual rasa. So these gopis are saying, gopis felt a little proud. Krishna only is there with me. So what did Krishna do? Krishna disappeared from that place. What did Krishna do? Disappeared from that place. And gopis felt intense separation. This is what is going on in the spiritual world. There is Vipralamba, there is Sambhoga. All the gopis immediately will experience separation from Krishna. And Krishna will feel also separation. This is called Vipralamba. And as soon as there is Vipralamba, there is separation. And this is there in the material world also. Long distance relationship. Right? You got engaged, but you're not married. So the husband will be texting. Right? I'm thinking about you. I miss you. And the wife will be texting. I also miss you. When will you be back? What will you do when you come back? So this is there in the material world. Why is it there in the material world? Because it is there in the spiritual world. You see? But there is a mountain of difference between this and that. Mountain of difference. Completely different. Why? Because after getting married, you don't feel any missing. You don't feel continuous love to your wife or husband. Why? Because it is material. It is material. When my wife goes or husband goes to their mother's house or this thing, Apadi, I feel a little alone. They feel like that. Why do they feel like that? Because it is material. It is material. But Radharani's love is not like that. Krishna's love is not like that. This is the difference between material and spiritual love. So, they're not able to tolerate separation from Krishna. Vipralamba Sambhoga. Vipralamba Sambhoga. So, when Krishna left to Vrindavan, like around he was 11 years old, he left Vrindavan. And he didn't come back. Until he was 120 years old, he didn't come back. So the gopis felt intense separation from Krishna. Intense separation. Intense separation. This Vipralamba Bhav. And Sita Devi experienced intense separation. Whole Ram Leela, whole Krishna Leela is Sita Devi's intense Vipralamba Bhav and gopis intense Vipralamba Bhav to their lordships. That's all. Intense Vipralamba Bhav. And there is Sambhoga. So we should understand that as soon as gopis felt intense separation, they started asking the creepers, hey creepers, did you see Krishna? Hey squirrel, did you see Krishna? Hey this leaf, did you see Krishna? Hey bees, did you see Krishna? Hey bamboo stick, you are the reason, you're made of bamboo and you're only, the Venu is made from you. You only, you're so fortunate. You're very close. Fight to this human body. I don't know why I took the human body. I should have taken a bamboo body so I can be close to Krishna. Though I've taken a woman body, I'm not able to be close to Krishna. But you being born a tree are able to be always near Krishna's lips. Adharamritam. You're able to experience Krishna's Adharamritam. What great fortune you have. Fie on me. Dhik, ma'am. Fie on me. Fie on this body. Fie on this body. This is all Mahabhav. Extensive love. We don't feel that love right now. Because the material world, nothing deserves so much of our love. And because we don't experience that love. And even if we start seeing that love, see some love, immediately we see some fault and that love goes away. Correct? So, at that point of time, when all the gopis saw Krishna's absence, at that point of time, they see Krishna's footprints. Anaya Radhita Nunam. This gopi did not become proud when we are all becoming proud. And so, because of that, she pleased Krishna more than us. So, this gopi must be all. I mean, of course, Shukadeva Goswami did not mention explicitly that this gopi is Radhika. So, he's using the indirect word Anaya Radhita. Because if he spoke the word Radha, if he said the word Radha, Shukadeva Goswami would not be able to complete Srimad Bhagavatam. He'll become very ecstatic and he will not be able to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Shukadeva Goswami is actually the pet parrot of Radhika. He's the pet parrot of Radhika. So immediately when he says Radha, because of his intense mood, he will not be able to continue his speech, continuous, what do you say? This he will not be able to be a Vakta. He cannot complete. Service will be gone. So he did not say the word Radha even one time in Srimad Bhagavatam. In Srimad Bhagavatam, you will not find a mention of even one time Radha. Right? Job will be spoiled. You cannot continue. Like Prabhupada was speaking one time about Gauranga Mahaprabhus and Nityananda Prabhu in Atlanta. He did not even complete. He simply started speaking 2 minutes to the lecture. He became overwhelmed in ecstasy. He could not continue. He said, please stand, and he left. This is the shortest lecture of Srila Prabhupada. 2 minutes, that's all. He couldn't speak further. Prabhupada never expressed his ecstasy in public because it will set a precedent. Because people will say, I also start crying. Yeah, I'm a great devotee. You never should express your ecstasy in public. So Prabhupada could not continue as soon as he started speaking about Mahaprabhu. Right? Anyway. So this is the position of Radharani. She is the giver of devotion. So we worship Radharani also as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna, who took the mood of Radhika and appeared. Right. So on this day, auspicious day, we can worship Srimati Radhika, Radharani, and beg to be her servant. Right. So we are actually, when we sing Tulasi Arati, we are trying to pray to Radharani through the agency of Tulasi Devi. So that's why Seva Adhikara Diye Koro Nikarati. Please, I want to give Seva. Because if you are able to get Seva Adhikar, then what happens is, as soon as you leave this body, you'll get a spiritual body, and where you can serve Krishna in a specific form. This is called Siddha Deha. In Siddha Deha, you can actually go to spiritual world and see Krishna face to face and do any service you want to do, depending on your desire. So the whole purpose of sadhana is to cultivate a certain desire you have. It is possible. If you have faith in this, it's possible. If you are fortunate, you will have faith in this. And if you have faith in this, you will do your sadhana in that bhav. And if you do sadhana in that bhav, you will gradually develop a spiritual body. And as soon as your spiritual body is developed, as soon as your material body is developed, you'll automatically come out of the mother's womb. Similarly, automatically as your spiritual body is developed completely, you'll enter into the spiritual world where you can serve in different capacities in helping the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. You can attain that state if you want. There are many devotees who have attained that stage. And this is what you have to meditate on when you are chanting Hare Krishna mantra. There is one devotee who told me that after I'm chanting, I'm experiencing so many symptoms in my heart that I could not continue being here. So I asked my spiritual master what to do. He said, you have to go to this place and do this, because right now you're experiencing too many symptoms that are very intimate. Now you cannot stay here anymore. You have to go to a different place. So like that, this devotee is experiencing so many bhav when he's doing deity worship, when he's doing chanting. he is not able to continue his normal life. Krishna is spoiling his timetable, right? Because he's not able to continue his normal duties. And this is like very advanced stage, right? Similarly, we also have to come to that advanced stage where these symptoms start appearing in our heart, and we will gradually start seeing Krishna. This devotee is gradually starting to see Krishna gradually in his pastimes. He's seeing gradually these pastimes more and more and more. And so another like specific, more intense sadhana is prescribed for him. Same thing only, there's nothing different, but in a little more focus. Okay, so I'll stop here. Any questions or comments are welcome. Yes. Sure. Any questions or comments? Uh-huh.
So, like we have a process of landing into the material world through birth, do we have the same process in a spiritual?
Exactly. That is the process of touching Hare. So when you're chanting Hare Krishna mantra, when you touch Hara, how do you touch Hara? Nicely chant when you say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. If you're finding it very distracting, just say Hare Krishna. So when you touch Hara potency, when you touch material like guna, you get a material body. Similarly, when you touch Hara potency, you get a spiritual body. And through that spiritual body, you can see Krishna. That is why we say Hare Krishna. We say Hare Krishna. Hara means Radharani. So you touch Hara, then what happens? The next step is seeing Krishna. So Hare Krishna means you enter into the mother's womb. Who's the mother? Radharani. So Hare, you are entering into Hara. You are cultivating spiritual body within the womb of Radharani. And as soon as spiritual body is developed, you can see Krishna. You can come out of the thing. You can, So that's why Radharani is the first step, Hara. But before going to Hara, also one needs to get blessings of the spiritual master. Spiritual master puts us in the Hara potency. He drops the soul which is in the material world. He takes the soul in the material world and then puts it into Hara. Go. Enter into Hara potency. And as soon as you touch Hara potency, then immediately you will experience, yes, Krishna is real. All doubts will go away. Krishna is real, I am going to serve Krishna, I am going to go back to Godhead. How are you? I am going to go, I am happy. You want to come back? You want to come back? You want to come back? Let's all go together. I am going to the spiritual world. This confidence will come. If you are not in the Hara potency, you will think, who knows whether this is true or not. Someone wrote something, Let us get the next increment and go on with life. We'll feel like that. Clear? Yes.
Beautiful class. I have one question about the gopis. What austerities have they done to be to that level, leaving the baby like that, and going to Krishna? I mean, that whole what have they done to be at that level?
Nice question. Very nice question.
That Vipralambha Bhav is very
So,
difficult.
anything material has got the tripartite. Karyam, Karta and Karma Phalam. Okay? Material has got three things. Karyam, Karta and Karma Phalam. I came to OU, I studied hard, I got an intern here, and because I got an intern here, I did this project on machine learning and artificial intelligence that gave me a window to Google, and I'm working in Google right now. So someone asked me, how do you get Google? I got Google because I got to do this project on machine learning with this professor. Oh. So I am the Karta, I did this Karyam, and because of that I got this Karma Phalam. But Bhakti, because it is spiritual, it is outside of this tripartite. First of all, even right now, if I want to get this Gati position of serving Krishna, it is not possible by me doing something. But it doesn't mean I should be lazy also. But it is not by my doing I can get it, because it is not material. So the word that is used is typically called Ahaituki. It is called Ahaituki. It is called costless. It is called costless mercy. Right? Simply, the spiritual master, you come, you moved the chair from the kitchen to the hall. You come here. I feel you are very sincere. I want to give you bhakti. Take it. Somehow we do something that pleases the devotee who is very dear to Radhika. Whoever is dear to Radhika, we do something. It could be something very simple. Like all these students very nicely came in the morning. Right? I'm very impressed and inspired. So maybe Radharani sees, Prabhupada sees, I'm very pleased with these students. Right? I want to bless them. I want to bless them. And if he feels pleasure in his heart by seeing these students, that pleasure is the reason we go to that stage. You get what I'm saying? The pleasure in the heart of the devotee is the cause of advancement in spiritual life. Not by my doing. Of course, I did something, but I did something that invoked the pleasure of a devotee. You see? So, if the devotee is pleased, then no delay. Immediately we can go. This is the difference between Bhakti Yoga and Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. These are all, you keep it in one or the other. Because Karma, Jnana, Ashtanga is based on I do something and because of my action, then I get something. Bhakti Yoga is the pleasure of the devotee. The devotee feels, doesn't matter you did so many stupid things. I like you. You did this one thing right, I'm giving it to you. Just follow this alone, don't leave this. Just hold on to this. Gradually I'll pull you out. Right?
Yeah.
So this affection, we have to please the devotee. We have to please, cause pleasure in his heart.
So they might have been many
So,
years.
I'm not finished. This is the case with devotion in general. But with gopis itself, they are nitya siddhas. They have always been like this. There have never been a situation where they have been materially contaminated. Okay? So we are tatastha shakti, where we can be this way or that way. But they are what is called antaranga shakti, which means they never knew illusion. Right? They are antaranga shakti. So they are expansions of Radhika, expansions of Radharani. So they are Swarup Shakti of the Lord. Yesterday, last time I said there are three Shaktis, right? Swarup Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, or Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and Tatastha Shakti. Antaranga means internal potency. Who is the internal potency? Radharani. What is the Bahiranga Shakti? Huh? Maya. Oh, Durga Devi. Bahiranga Shakti. And who am I? Tatastha Shakti. Tata means being on the bank. Tata means the bank. I can go this way or that way. I can be serving material energy or spiritual energy. My choice. I can go this way also, that way also. So that we are Tatastha Shakti. Okay. Any other questions or comments?
But
So,
the gopis were complaining about Krishna stealing the butter. It's not the materially.
Yeah, that complaint is what is pleasure. So in spiritual world in Vrindavan, there is not simply glorifying. Bhagavan, param param parandam, avitram param bhavane, bhusham shashvatam divyam, adidevam adandibhum, sasasatirisha, purusha sasraksha sasrapaad. So it's not like everyone is just glorifying, right? You are great, there is no one else greater than you, right? You are the supreme. No, there is scolding, there is beating, there is punching, right? There is punishment to Krishna. Krishna gets insulted, Krishna cries, Krishna feels like a loser. Right? All these rasa is there in Vrindavan. In Vaikuntha, there is no rasa. There is only Krishna as the great dasya rasa, only there is rasa is there. That is also great. But in Vrindavan, there is Krishna always likes being scolded. Krishna likes taking the lower step. Krishna likes being bashed. Krishna takes spiritual pleasure. Krishna doesn't like being God. He is bored of being God. Krishna doesn't like being God. You see? So we have a chance to get this padavi, this padam, this human life. can meet Krishna. This is a reality. But if you are fortunate, you'll accept it. If you are not fortunate, you will think this is a mythology. Right? You will not practice it. Right? Like I am thinking. So I'll stop here. Any questions or comments are welcome.
I have one which is more like an academic one. So 10 and more, Prabhupada didn't try, Prabhu?
Yes, so until 10th canto, Brahma Vimohan Leela, Prabhupada, 13th chapter. So Prabhupada commented on the purports, and then after that, disciples of Srila Prabhupada commented. So Prabhupada left it for his disciples to comment. Sure. Anyone wants to take vows or get a Srimad Bhagavatam today or Chaitanya Charitamrita today? It's a very auspicious day to get one. Okay, especially Chaitanya Charitamrita, right? Or Srimad Bhagavatam is very auspicious to get one today. Okay, so I'll stop here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. You can serve prasadam, right? Oh, okay. So we want to offer Pushpa Abhishekam to the Lord.
You have to keep going.
Okay, you do Kirtan.
Yes.
Someone can give Achaman some kids.
Kids Achana Padana Kirtan. Okay.
You can sing with Kartar.
You can
You can sing with Kartar part.
Someone can offer flower, take one flower.
Babaji, hey, let me show this. Let me show this.
He wants to stream. Okay.
Stream this.
मौका तो बने
Appa! Appa, I'm going to do it. Yes or no? Appa, are you going to do it?
You offer Achana.
Krishna
Shri Shri Radha Gopi Sanabaladam ki Jai. Shri Radha Rani Appearance Day Maha Mahotsav ki Jai. Shri Radhashtami Maha Mahotsav ki Jai. Shri Prabhupada ki
Jai. Stop. Otherwise, if we break next time, we can't do it. Prabhu. You have to be careful. It's every time you will do.
Hari bol.